Catholic bishops in India recently vowed to become advocates of the poor and the marginalized during their biennial plenary early this month. Some 161 bishops and officials attended the gathering with the theme, "The Church's Role for a Better India." The bishops said they sense in their hearts the country's unfulfilled yearning for a better India where globalization had failed millions of their countrymen despite bringing tremendous economic and technological progress. The bishops said they have seen a betrayal of the poor and marginalized and have not been able to make the Church sufficiently sensitive to human rights violations and atrocities against women, tribal people, Dalits, and other groups who live in dehumanizing and oppressive poverty. They will encourage their people to resist unbridled consumerism by adopting a simpler lifestyle. The prelates also resolved to eradicate any vestiges of discrimination and corruption in the Church to make it more transparent and accountable. UCAnews.com talked with some Indian bishops who shared their thoughts about the meeting.
I'm John Barwa SVD, Archbishop of Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, and I am very happy to participate the 30th Plenary Assembly of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India. I must say the theme that is accepted for the Plenary Assembly towards a better India, role of the Church for a better India, something beautiful to reflect, because it helps us to recognize our responsibility as the personnel of the Church, and we realized and recognized that we have a great role to play for a better India, and that is to make a better Church. As far as my concern with my Archdiocese Cuttack Bhubaneswar, and I am sure things are growing, there is a peace, harmony in the Archdiocese and much more in Kandhamal, and I always say we shall overcome, because Church is of God's and we all belong to God. Thank you.
I must say the best one for me at least, because of the work which we are taking it up, that is the betterment of India, and the betterment of India means our own area. So in that way, I got a lot of input for this. In better India, first of all, we ourselves, we bishops or we authorities, if we are so know-how of it, what the country requires, what the people require, and once we know it and we improve on that.
It's a great moment to be in Bangalore and to be with the Bishops' Conference, as always, especially these biennial meetings. They bring us together. We get a chance of meeting the new bishops. We also get a great chance of listening to different input materials that help us to think, help us to plan, and help us to execute our mission as bishops in this country. The theme is to build the Church for a better India, and our theme this time is, besides being a great theme, it also has brought in various aspects of the country that we as bishops need to see. And quite in line, the Vatican documents, Gaudium et Spes, talking to us right in the beginning, number one, of sharing in the joys and griefs and of our people. We, as a conference of bishops, have been looking at our lives in this way and how to make India better. Of course, painting a scenario is like yearning for a better India is not about just a hope. I personally believe, and especially listening to the resource persons, that this India has to be created by us. And this India is, and we as church persons, getting to an India which is basically on the margins of society. The vast majority of our people. And I come from a diocese itself that is very rural, very remote and rural, and we experience much of what it means to be working with people who are on the margins. And so for a better India, we definitely need to put our act together, but we are also re-looking at ourselves and positioning ourselves in situations where we would be able to give voice to the voiceless. And this is the whole sphere of empowerment. Empowerment, of course, basically through education, but also empowerment to entitlement, bringing justice where there is injustice, and giving voice then therefore to the voiceless who are on the margins of society. Our plenary assembly has been a great moment also for us to have a bird's eye view of the complex situation that is there in our great country of India. We may be just a fraction, a very small percentage in this great, vast and populous nation of India, but we certainly do believe that we also have light and hope to bring to our people. Light and hope, and that's what we are discussing these days. We, believing strongly that Jesus came to bring this light and hope to the people in His time, has made us in charge today and put us as those lights and voices for the hopeless and the voiceless in our own time.